In this problem, we have to figure out what the interest rate is given this information. So a student borrowed $895 for 18 months. There was $125 in simple interest that accrued. And we're going to use the simple interest rate formula to be able to find that rate. So interest will equal principal, which is always your starting value. We multiply that by the rate, which is written as a decimal, and then we multiply that by the term, which is time, and we always write that in years. So the first thing we're going to write is interest, which was given to us $125, equals the principal. So the student borrowed $895. That's the starting amount. We multiply that by the rate, which we don't know, and then we multiply that by the term, which we always write as years. So if we're given 18 months, let's just divide that by 12, and that gives us 1.5, which will be years. So now I'm going to bring down the 125. Well, let's just write that as a number. 125. We multiply 895 times the 1.5. That gives us 1,342.5 times R. So then the next step will be to divide both sides by 1,342.5. If we do it to one side, we got to do it to the other. This goes away, and then 125 divided by 1,342.5 is going to be 0.0931 roughly. So we'll estimate that. This number goes away. We're just left with R. So now we want to write that as a percentage. That's what the problem said, write it as a percentage. So you could take this decimal and just move it over twice if you'd like, or you could take it and we write 0.0931, multiply that by 100, and that will automatically move that decimal over twice. We'd be left with about 9.31. And that would be the percent. Now, remember, the problem wants us to write it to the nearest tenth. So this column right here is the tenth. So we look to the right of that. Since it's less than 5, we keep it at 3. So then our final answer will be 9.3%. That's going to be the rate. And you could do this, like if you were looking for time, you could plug in your I, your P, and your R, and you solve it the exact same way for your term. Or let's say you're looking for your principal. You'd plug in your rate, your term, and your I, and you would go through and solve it the same exact way. You would multiply two numbers here first, and then we would divide. Every single way you could solve for I, P, R, or T, as long as you have 3 other of the values.